Welcome back.
Welcome back, and what's
What's
great?
great
Welcome.
with the Lords?
It is week 5 of Jays and Coffee.
Week 5.
I noticed I do that at the start of every episode. I specifically am like, this is week 5, and I want to just keep doing that now.
Fuck yeah, that's your thing then.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. I love that.
Sorry, I don't always say it's week 5. I say the week, and then whichever one it is.
Every single episode is week 5.
Yes, sir.
So
I hope y'all are feeling great because we was feeling exhausted and now we're feeling great because... Oh, I'm so sorry. Wait a second. Damn. Yo, you're right. Go ahead.
no, you're good.
P has something to talk about.
Yo.
Before we get into the other thing, I do have one thing to bring up. So for a little bit of backstory, episode 1 just went live today. That is how far in advance we recorded these. So in that episode, we touch on how many first graders can you take in a fight, okay? And I realized we're asking the wrong people. We need to ask parents because parents live with first graders for a period of time. So,
And teachers.
and teachers will be,
True.
yeah, actually. And my
True.
sister has 3 kids and was a first grade teacher, okay?
Okay.
So I asked her, I was like, here's the scenario. First graders are rushing you in waves of 3, and you have to fight them off to survive. No weapons of any kind. How many first graders do you think you can take in a fight before you lose? And I was like, I need you to also ask your husband. She said 12.
12 waves or 12 total?
I'm going to assume 12 total.
So 4 waves.
I guess, sure. And then my brother-in-law said unlimited.
Unlimited?
Yes.
Who is this
Oh,
man?
come
Iron
on,
Man?
bro.
What are we doing
Yeah,
here?
come on,
Like, what are we
bro.
doing?
He said unlimited.
Unlimited.
Yes.
Isn't
Even
this guy
when
the
you over
dentist?
there playing zombies, bro, like, there's
Yeah.
too many at some point.
Yeah, come on. No.
Yeah.
See, and okay. Is the original question just how many flat are we taking until we're exhausted? Is
Hold on,
it
I have a
waves of
follow-up question.
survival?
Yeah, I have a follow-up question. When you say 3, do you mean 3 waves or 3 first graders?
I mean 3 total. If we're
Okay.
talking about just exhaustion, I thought that
Okay,
was
yeah, I
the
meant-
original.
I also
question.
that's what I was with 10. I didn't mean 10 waves. But
God damn.
however,
exhaustion. That's all we're talking about. Just exhaustion.
Now it's exhaustion?
That was the original question.
once you're overwhelmed. I just want to that's all I just want to
You think
say.
10.
Yeah, that's all I want to say is I asked some people who have first-hand experience with first graders.
It just keeps going up so, like, steadily.
What do you say?
I still stick with, like, 6 to 8.
I can't wait for this to just we're on episode 80 and we're like, bro, I'm telling you, 10 first graders.
Yo, deadass.
But
Also, sorry if I sound a little sick because I am. But we're still doing this shit.
We're still doing it. We're just going to have to disinfect his mic.
all right, so we're a little tired because we just got back from LA and Vegas.
Yeah.
Ba.
Got
And
back
what
from a little trip.
a fucking journey, man.
God damn.
Yeah.
That shit was.
It was an adventure.
Day 1 kicked off real bad for me. It was a rough day. Actually, the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
day was
I
real
about to
rough
say,
for
we
me.
have to start literally from the jump. So
Yeah.
this was, I mean, I don't think it would matter, but what was that, Sunday?
Yeah, it was Sunday.
So this was Sunday. Take us through your perspective. And hold on. Okay, can we just do parts of until we get to the airport at least?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go ahead.
My perspective, I was hanging out. I was having a good time. I was a little anxious because I was traveling. And then we were all sitting right outside that door, actually, over there. Our backyard's over there. Anyways, we're sitting out there, and then I just randomly checked my email to make sure everything was cool. We were cooling, all set. And I see that my flight got canceled. And I was like, what the fuck? Our flight was at, my flight with our other friend Dwight, who came with us, was at 10 p.m. And I got this email, I think, at 3. So I was like, shit. And I couldn't reschedule that flight because that was the only flight that they had through Spirit. So I couldn't reschedule until noon the next day. So then I don't know if you guys want to jump in at any point, but I was stressed out because I was like, am I seriously going to miss out on an entire day, basically?
I mean, my day up until that point was literally just chilling with y'all, doing laundry, packing type shit, and yeah. Up until I remember we were outside type shit. And we were just sitting there, and Dwight was talking about something. D Sexy was talking about something. And you were just like, yo, bro, check your email. And I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I remember my day starting up and I was hype, ready to go. I was like, this is about to be such a good time, such a great time, right? And I had went over to my mom's, got to see her. She got to do my hair. And then see my sister as well, too. And, yeah, came back. D was already here and shit. We were all just chilling, hanging out, catching vibes. And then, all of a sudden, it just shifted. You know what I mean?
Shifted so
Dead
hard.
ass.
And thank God for your diligence. You know what I'm saying? Because our original plan was like he said, he got the email at 3. We was planning to take the train at 6. Because, what was we going to, be missing? Anyway, so we went there immediately, got there just in time. 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? And so, they had to book a new flight like they were saying.
Yeah.
And thank God we got there early because when we got to the airport, that's the most packed I've ever seen it.
dead ass.
Like literally ever. There was a long ass line.
Yeah, if anybody's familiar with Denver International Airport, that airport is needlessly big in general. It's the biggest airport I've ever been in. And the security line was like where it usually is, but then it was wrapped like all the way down through the first aisle or hallway of baggage claim.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
all the way down, not just near baggage claim. It was in baggage claim.
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
I've never seen it.
And
that
it just
long.
kept growing.
Yeah, like
It was like that caterpillar snake game.
for real.
Yeah.
I would love to see a fast forwarded version of just
Ooh.
that security footage, just watching
Like-
it build and
I just imagine all around me.
yeah, you see the sunrise and shit.
Yeah.
Dead ass though.
But yeah, so I had a whole thing with Spirit too. So we get to the airport because I was like, okay, let me try to work something out with them. And so I had to book a new flight, and I dropped way too much money on a new flight because I was like, I just want to get out there tonight. Me and D Sexy both did, and went to Spirit, and they were like, no, we can't refund you. I was like, what? They're like, we can't refund you for that flight because if we do that, then it cancels all of your flights. And I had 4 flights total in the 4 or 5 days or whatever it was. I was like, well, no, don't do that. So he was like, well, we'll send you a voucher. I still haven't gotten that email also. So yeah, I kind of just, I just accepted and took the L on that one. I'm not going to lie. I was just like, whatever, dude. Because then Dwight, his mom had ended up calling and getting through customer support for him. I was like, how much did you get? He was like, $40. I was like, I'll just eat $40. Whatever, man. Doesn't matter. It does, but
It was going to be a voucher for another plane ticket.
yeah, I think a $40 plane ticket or something like that.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't feel like sitting on 2-hour customer service line for $40, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But other than that, everything went swimmingly. We went to a nice little bar, got a couple brews, got some fries.
Well, we get some cider, and we got some cider in that bitch. Shit was good.
Shit was
really
good. But it was
But
cheap.
Fries.
so then we get to Vegas, man, and
Oh my god.
I just want to say off the bat, this was my first time ever gambling in general. I think I mentioned this
Same.
last time. I've done scratch tickets and shit, but never been into for real casinos or shit like that. So getting off the airport and seeing that Vegas immediately just had casinos and all the lights or casino slots and all the lights and shit already popping, I was like, damn.
They're
It
very
was-
aware of what's going on.
They're
For
literally
real.
everywhere. They
Yeah.
were in a random ass Albertsons, away from the strip.
Yeah.
Machines in there.
It
And
was-
people were on them.
It was so overwhelming. It was so overwhelming just at the jump. So we get this cab, and first of all, Vegas was malfunctioning. Immediately we went to the cab line, and they're like, cash only, machines down, cash only. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were stressed.
Yeah, but
They were
Yes.
stressed.
So thank God we had some cash on us. And I was like, hey, yo, we got cash. And he just looked at us. He goes, number five.
Yeah. Dude was walking up to the cabs coming up. He was like, cash card, go. He's like, cash, go. Cash, go this way. I was like, damn, bro. He's really
cash,
on it.
Go. Cash, go.
You
And
get a cab.
for real. First of all, that that was unnecessarily long for me because I was in the front seat of the cab and the fucking air conditioning was on blast. First of all, I had my hoodie and jeans on, and that shit was just straight shivering. Man, I was like, yo, how far is this damn hotel and shit? Anyway, got to the hotel, checked in, yada, yada, yada. That bitch was huge. And then...
Dead ass.
Oh, I guess I could take over from here.
Yeah.
So we decided to walk the strip that night. I was planning on basically getting there, maybe having a couple drinks, and then going to bed because I was like, nah, I want to save all my energy for the next day. That ended up not happening. I didn't go to bed till like 1 or 2.
Yeah, wait. On the first day you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, by the time we started walking, it was already midnight.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we started walking. We stayed in Circus. If anybody knows Vegas, just for perspective. So I was like, all right, let's fucking head to like Caesar's Palace and Paris and all that, just get to kind of the heart of the strip. And as we were walking, there was this dude in front of us who, I don't know, he was being real shifty, and he kept looking back at us.
Wait. You missed it now. You missing parts.
What am I missing?
The first dude.
The first dude.
Okay, let me say, right? So like you were saying, we was walking the strip. Hazard had got some tacos. We was all just cooling the vibe.
Ooh,
Literally,
yeah.
it was,
oh my God.
It was a good time.
There
We're
was a
having
first dude?
fun. Bro, watch this. Ready?
We're gonna be like,
I'm gonna
oh.
let you take over right after I say this,
Okay.
right? So we're walking and we're crossing the road, right? And while we're crossing the road, like he said, P said that there was some shifty ass dude. He had been in front of us for probably like a minute, right? And this one dude, obviously, you know, of the home, he was homeless. He comes walking like right next to us, right? So like we're literally walking in a line. Just imagine Dwight like in the middle of one of us, right? And he walks right past us, and he was already like whispering shit to ourselves. We're all talking, giggling, ah ha ha. And right as he passes us, he goes, "Oh fuck you."
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Literally, right?
I forgot about that.
So we all
Yeah,
like look at each other.
aggression.
Literally,
The
we all
vibe
look
was
at it.
aggression.
We all had just looked at each other like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like, bah, bah, bah.
Yeah. So we were laughing it off, and then shifty dude in front of us, who was shirtless. So I'm pretty sure he was also homeless and like drugged out of his mind for sure.
Yeah.
And he just turned around and just swung on me.
Instantly. Like we're
Like
talking
turns
about
around and like just like goes towards peace so fucking fast.
instantly. It was so out of like literally, dude walks past us. Fuck you. We're all like, ah ha ha. Dude turns. Just,
Yeah.
Like, it lasted 5 seconds.
I didn't even know he
That
was walking in front of us.
Bro, it was 5 seconds had passed. Right.
It was a surreal moment for me because even as he was like for sure coming, I was like, this isn't real. There's no way this is actually happening.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I've
too.
been in Vegas for an hour. I'm already getting swung on. I haven't even done anything. But yeah, so and then luckily our friend Dwight was there because Dwight doesn't play any shit.
Bro, I literally have to just say real quick from my perspective, like I like turned and saw it happen. Dwight instantly goes, "What the fuck?" Like I heard him say that, and he ran towards bro, and like just started like going with him type shit. And then that's when me and Swift also was like coming trying to pull him off.
I remember, yeah, actually, he had hit me. He hit me only in the arm though. And then I remember just like being like, "What the fuck is happening?" and like trying to catch my step because I was aggressively trying to just back away from this dude. And when I finally caught my step, we got tall boys. They were just beer was on the ground, like spilled everywhere. And I looked up and I didn't see you guys in front of me. I was like, "Where'd they go?"
Yo,
I
cause
was like, "Oh, Dwight's fighting the guy."
bro, dead ass. That moment happened so fucking quick. Like our position was kind of like this. Like I was on the end of the group and P was on the other end. And yeah, like we're literally laughing. And like right when I'm like, yo, ah ha ha ha, I'm seeing it happen. And so yeah, Dwight, first of all, that man had Black Panther instincts, man. Like Jesus.
Yeah, he had hella
like, I saw the swing happen, and I didn't know he had like actually got you. I saw like complete miss. But Dwight was like while he was already like, you know, trying to catch his step, Dwight's already like on him and shit, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like, wait, what the? So while all of this is happening, dude gets Dwight on the railing type shit, and like, you know, Dwight's literally off of his feet. And at this point, we had like Hazard and I had been like reacting towards him type shit, and My main mission was, what the fuck is happening? You know what I'm saying? And so I'm trying to pull Dwight to get his balance and shit. And yeah.
What I'm doing is like, I went over to bro, and like he was about to swing with his right arm type shit. So I just went up, wrapped both my arms around his arm, and like just kind of like, threw myself back type
Yeah,
shit.
for real, right?
And that's what kind of like got him off type shit. And you pulling Dwight up.
Motherfucking. First of all, I just want to give a lot of credit to Dwight because he was about it. Not even like how he said he reacted to the what the fuck. Other than that, all I heard was. You know what I'm saying? Dwight was contacting too, bro. Like it literally sounded like this, like bro. He was getting it. You know what I mean? So, we had got him. Dwight was on the ground with bro. They're still like kind of wrestling at this point, and me and Hazard are both like pulling bro off, and like he had gotten on his side type shit, and I'm just looking at him. Bow! And I just tagged him once, and I had got a little cut on my finger from that shit. But we was just like, get off! And right when I did that, Dwight had got him straight in the ribs too, right? And like I heard that for him because he was like, ugh.
Yeah, that shit was mad audible.
So bro gets up, we push him off. Literally, this happened within like 30 seconds, man. It was
so weird. Fast.
Oh my god, so fast, so random, and it was like. Why? Why us and why him?
Yeah, I was like, what did I do?
It was just random aggression.
I was like, was it just because I was on the outside of everybody? Like,
yo, for real.
And that's just what I have to say. Like, when I was out there in Vegas, like, there's so many places and so many times where I just felt this aura of, like, discontent and, like, anger. And, like, when we was walking into the hotel, I saw this dude walking out, and he literally looked like he bet and lost his entire family. Like, he was like, I was like, whoa, bro. Like, what have you seen?
Bro.
That shit was crazy.
It was, Vegas is a whole beast and a half, bro. That fucking city.
And I just want to give credit to Dwight again, because
when
we were all like, oh shit, everybody okay? Oh, everybody good? This motherfucker was like, whoa!
He's like, I want another one.
He's really ready. He's hyped up.
He was all about it. I was like, damn, okay, dope.
Oh my god, I was so like shook. I was like, what the fuck just happened, man?
And then we called Chasky.
Yeah.
Or Dwight called Chasky at first.
He's like, I gotta tell Chasky about this. And then I remember I told one of you guys, I was like, man, if Chasky was also here with Dwight, that dude would be dead. That guy would have been gone.
They would have not stopped.
We would have been pulling them off, bro. Like,
chill. Yo, for real. He'd be like, hey, watch out, Swift. Motherfucking. Yeah, so we had got into the. We got what to the not the Palazzo.
It was the Venetian.
The Venetian. Yeah. That's right. And motherfucking. Our missions was this. First of all, we got a buddy system.
Yeah.
And we had to get Dwight an ice pack because his eyes started swelling just a little bit. And so me and Dwight went to go do that. Hazard and P was on that thing. Y'all hit a slot, right?
I think I did.
Yeah, you was hitting a couple slots.
Oh man, yeah, I hit one slot. I went up $19 on like my first spin, and then I lost it all like within 30 seconds. I was like, okay.
He hopped off. He's just like, all right.
For real.
That's how quickly you can just lose $20.
Bro. So and then we bullshit.
Hold on. And then we met up with y'all.
We met up with y'all, and then this is when. Oh my god, I'm still very, very angry about this. Right. We went to the bar. I want to preference this. Excuse me. I know Vegas is like, they want you to keep spinning. They want you to like stay hot if you are. But motherfucking, I was told that Vegas like serves drinks. You know what I mean? Like if you at a slot, if you doing your thing, they'll come up and serve a drink to you. So I'm thinking, okay, for sure. If y'all already on some shit where it's just on like, what is that called?
Slot machine?
No.
Hot streak?
No. When it's
open bar,
when it's like given to you, you know what I'm saying? Like
courtesy.
No,
it's not courtesy.
Hospitality.
No, it's not hospitality. Anyway, I'll
a
think
blessing.
of it.
A blessing.
Not commission.
What?
Like when it's like like when a hotel serves breakfast type
Complimentary.
shit. Complimentary. There we go.
Oh,
Complimentary.
yeah.
Okay, the drinks are complimentary. We go to the bar, and my mindset is this: okay, we'll get some shots, we'll get some drinks, whatever. And I'm thinking at most I'm probably going to spend like $50. Like it is Vegas, I'll put it that. And I was like, okay, that's what I'd be comfortable with. If it goes a little bit over, if it goes under, yes, fuck yeah, bro. We got 4 shots of Jack and 1 drink,
A vodka.
vodka Red Bull,
Red
a
Bull.
vodka Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, bro, how much I owe you? He said 106, and I said what?
$100.
And I just didn't know what I heard, and I was like, wait a second. He comes back, he gives me the receipt type shit and the shots and whatnot, and yeah, I saw $106 on 4 shots of Jack, and I was like,
That's crazy.
how $19 a shot
Yeah.
of Jack?
Yep.
Of Jack.
That's an entire bottle of Jack.
Isn't Jack like $16.99?
Yeah, we could have bought a handle for
Yo,
cheaper.
Dead ass.
That's
Oh
crazy.
my God. Never again. So this is my warning and caution to y'all. Do not go to Vegas and get bar drinks.
Yeah, go to the liquor store.
Yeah, because I remember telling you guys, like, my mom ordered the teeny tiny drink. It was $37. I was like, hopefully it's a little better. Not even a little bit. Not
Nope.
even a little better. It's so bad.
I didn't see, and during that moment, I didn't even remember that story, or else I would have not done that.
Yeah, as you were like, you want to get 4 shots? I was like, oh, we got a baller in here. Okay, dope.
See, that's when you could just be like, "Hey, bro." Like,
Hey, bro.
yeah, for
It's
real.
not worth it.
Now we know.
Anyway, so yeah, we was perusing doing that shit, and then Dwight got on a table, like
Yeah,
for straight poker.
He was over there
was a
playing
poker boy.
poker. That shit was so fun to watch. Like, it's a whole thing type shit.
Yeah, for
There's rules
real.
to it. There's manners.
The whole
I was
courtesy
like,
of it,
damn.
of the table.
Welcome back.
Future
If there
P, I
was
love
a weird cut, sorry. You go ahead.
you. I just said I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
There he goes.
Man.
But yeah, the courtesy at the tables and shit. That's where I was like very scared of. Like every time he was like turned around, I was like, okay, let me make sure I'm at least like adjacent to how he's sitting.
I was like, bro, stop talking to
yo,
us.
dead-
Because, like, D was on the table, and he would just be, like, playing, and then he would turn straight around and just be talking to us.
yeah, for real.
And it
I
was like, I don't know.
you knowing that they had 3 cameras just right above us,
Yeah,
just
like-
us.
I remember there was one time one of us said, like, hey, bro, don't talk to us. Like, just straight up.
Dead ass.
Don't talk to us till you're done playing.
Yeah. And it was so crazy because he talked about how you play to the person to your right. And as soon as he sat down at the table, the dude right next to him was like talking his ass off to him. He was like in his face like, oh, I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, for real. And I
And-
think. Oh, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, when he said people would make a living off of that.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was about to say. I think it was like around that moment you was like, yeah, bro. Like sometimes this is some people's full-time job.
Yeah.
Like they
That's
not.
how they make money.
And I started thinking like, okay, if you're making a career out of it, like you're just a career poker player or table player, fuck yeah, that's what's up. But if this is just something to keep your income, what the fuck? That blows my mind. And like it makes sense, especially in Vegas. But
That's how people become career poker players.
oh my god, you know what I mean?
Damn, they
Like-
just learned to survive off that shit.
Yeah.
That's wild. So like, shouts out to the ones who really take the time and get good at that shit. But golly, y'all had to take the risk.
Literally. You could be
Um,
like, I could double or lose my entire 6 months of like supplies to keep me alive in 2
Supplies.
seconds.
That's crazy.
In these cards in my hand
That's crazy.
and these chips
to
on
me.
the table.
So, yeah, we was there for probably like 15 minutes. Dwight came up like $40. and-
Yeah,
he came up like
did his
100.
thing and
he
did.
came up 100.
I think he said he dropped 200 like in chips, and he walked away with like 278.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, it
shit.
was something like that.
Okay, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he got he
got
hit the
his money.
dash. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, because we were like, you made that much money? What the fuck?
For real.
I was like, I lost $20 on a slot machine. Shit.
So yeah, we walked back to the hotel, and just a little quick backstory. I don't know if we told you this. I think we did. The 3 of us, me, Dwight, and Hazard, went outside to like
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We had a little thing on us.
Doing
We
a
was
little
about to
thing
go
on
do our
us.
thing.
And mind you, go ahead.
It was literally like right outside the entrance of the hotel, but like mad hidden in like a little corner.
You know what I mean? So, and preference this is around like 2 o'clock, 2:30 maybe at most.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we're doing our thing. We're just chilling. We're just cooling. And I see across the street this little like bike security guard guy was just like posted. You know what I mean?
You
Right
just
across
looking
from us.
at us.
Yeah, for real. So he came over, and then other officers and shit started coming over too. And he was like, "Hey, y'all got your IDs on you? Where y'all staying?" And I was like, "We're staying here. It's under our name." Bop, bop, bop. And he was like, "Let me see some IDs." And I was like, "We ain't got it on us. You want to come to the room?" You know what I'm saying?
And no, he was like, "Do you have your room card on you?" And we was like, "Nah." Cause
No, we did. We had a room card. We showed him, and he was like, "Okay, we're just gonna have to have an ID too." And I was like, "All right, right." So, we
So
started.
it was only the bike security dude.
Yeah.
But he followed us all the way up.
No,
to
he
our
didn't
hotel.
even follow us. So like he grouped up with
Oh,
two
yeah.
other of his bike security people, right? And we're walking to the shits, and we're like, I turn around and like he's not with us, and we're like paces ahead, you know. And so I was like, "You coming?" And so he's like, you know what I mean? So I was like, "Don't let us do it. We could have just took off on your
I'm
ass."
surprised you didn't.
Yeah, for real. But it was just like we ain't trying to have those problems in Vegas. Anyway, so he's coming, he's following us, type shit, and then we we get to the room and we unlock the door, and he's like, "All right, the key worked. That's good enough for me."
He sounded so like, "Oh, I'm just doing my job, man. I
Yeah,
don't
for
even want
real.
to be here."
And we was
Why'd
just
you follow
yeah,
us?
dead ass.
Get dipped at the lobby.
Anyways, that was funny though. It was just continuous back to back shit. Like, god damn, what next? You know,
Like literally up until we get into our hotel room,
dead ass.
some shit is happening.
For real. So then the next day happens.
The next day.
Oh my god. Okay, so I also want to say this. Dwight's energy on this entire trip was unmatchable.
Yeah, he was
holy shit.
on it.
I thought I was into traveling and like being out and active. This motherfucker did not rest. Like literally.
He slept like over the course of 4 days. I think he slept 10 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
probably.
So like thank God, because he enjoyed his time and he was having a blast. So that's all we could ask for.
Yeah.
But Jesus, I woke up around like 9 something after going to bed at like 3. You know what I'm saying? Dwight's out of the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just
Just
gone. And the 3 of us are just like still waking up. And then I remember he was walking back in. He was like, "Oh yeah, I was looking for some tables." And I think that's when he said he did blackjack or some shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Bro, like that's what's up."
He
He
just
was
got it.
active, you know. So yeah, then what? We all got ready and we hit the strip, for real,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yo.
So yeah, got some tacos again.
Ooh.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! And then we picked up a bottle. You know what I'm saying?
This is also just to preface that, I had told them that I was only at a 3 or something the night before, and you guys were like definitely up there,
We was up there.
like on a
Yeah.
scale of 1 to 10. I was like, I think I'm like a 2 or a 3. I could like drive pretty confidently. And then Swift looked at me and was just like, "Tomorrow you're getting faded." I was like, okay. And we'll get into it a little bit later, but I did, and like overly faded. But yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was shit. I wish we was there when like your peak happened.
Yeah.
For real.
Motherfucking. So yeah, we're walking the strip. We're having a good time, and our mission, was to get to Paris at this point, right? So it took us a good minute. We're walking, we're sipping, we're just cutting up, having a good time. We get to the casino, and yeah, you get on the slot instantly, and you start hitting.
I
You
started
started
hitting
hitting.
Yeah, I was
You know
I was
what I
feeling
mean?
good, man. I was like, whoa.
For real. So I was on the phone with my moms and shit, bop, bop, bop. And I was just like, first of all, I didn't have a debit card for real. Like, I didn't have a physical debit card, so I couldn't just be using the ATMs. And my mindset around gambling, too, was like, that scares me. Like, I don't like the feeling of losing money just in general. So do I want to be doing this? So she was like, "Bro, get on that shit, right?"
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. Then this is where 2 stories started happening, right? So, right there, me and Hazard was like, all right, we're going to have to find the nearest ATM. And we looked on Google's Maps, and there was like a couple ATMs type shit for my bank that was able to, deposit, withdraw some cash, whatever. So we're walking the strip. We're going to like casino after casino, hotel after hotel, and we're following our Google Maps, and we're not finding no ATM, right?
Like we went to this which hotel was it?
I think that was Caesars. I think we went to Caesars.
Yeah, I guess it was Caesars, but we went inside, asked somebody where the like nearest bank or ATM is, and he was like, "Oh, bro, you ain't gonna find nothing over here. The nearest one is way out on Florida, or something like that."
Yeah, what in some street out there.
And it was weird because at one point we went in like specifically one side of a hotel, and then like we barely walked, right, and like we got somehow out the entire other side of it.
Yeah,
and
dead
like,
ass.
Vegas is just mad confusing. Like they really make it a maze that you can't get out of.
Yeah, for real. Like it was ridiculous. Like we literally followed one path, right? We came in from a certain angle. We found the dude. We talked to him, and we followed that same angle back, right? But the entrance we went in was on this side of the street, and somehow we ended up on this side of the street when we're supposed to
Yeah.
be going this way again. You know what I'm saying?
So eventually we was like, all right, fuck it. We just gonna make the walk, make the journey. You know what
Yup.
I'm saying?
So yeah, our mindset was first let's try to find like a gas station or somewhere that can give us some cash back, shit, right? Man, Vegas knows what they doing.
Yeah.
Like- oh, okay. I thought okay, motherfucking. We went to this gas station, and thank God the person was helpful because on the strip, god damn, it's just so much animosity. I want to get into that later, but we went to the gas station. I asked the dude, and he was being helpful, and he was like, "We don't have nothing here. The nearest bank is that way. That's where you should be going, wherever." And I looked it up, and it was like a 45-minute walk from where we was at. And we had already walked like 10, 15 minutes just to get to that gas station. So he was like, but try this, right? Go to this different gas station or go to like the Walgreens CVS and try to see if they do cash back. I know that they do sometimes as well. So I was like, oh, bet. There's one literally on the strip. I'd rather take that chance than, spend an hour walking. God damn it. So we go to the CVS. They don't do cash back. Fuck, bro. And no, like at this point, I was like, okay, even if I have like an ATM fee, I'll do that. Like, I know bitches was crazy. If y'all can do tap, right? If y'all can just tap my phone and let me pull out some cash. God damn. So we went back to Paris, asked the person. They was like, nope. They, again, being very helpful. They was like, you got to go to this bank. And everybody was saying this one street, like you said, Florida.
It was
Flamingo.
like the golden bank of Vegas type
Literally
shit.
on Flamingo.
It was like anyone you ask, they're like, oh yeah, go to that bank.
Yup. So Hazard and I
It was
literally.
the Oasis.
For real. We looked at each other and we was like, we're going to do it. So we walked an hour. We got to the bank.
Wow, you guys walked an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Literally.
a minute.
Literally. And like
Yeah,
off
actually, I
the
guess
strip
so.
type shit. So.
And then we finally got there. That's where I saw the Albertsons with the machines in it.
Yeah. And so, yeah, thank God we was able to get there. And then just like trying to get an Uber back without having my physical debit card was a problem too anyway. So, but in between this, and P's going to fill in the rest, I'm calling P, giving him updates, right? Because we were going place to place, and the original plan was supposed to take only like 30 minutes, but this turned into like 2 hours. I'm calling P. First time I call him, I'm like, hey, Lord, just letting you know this is what we're doing. I'll call you back if something changes, right? And he's like, okay, sounds great. Y'all stay safe. See you soon. Bop, 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 right? Call him again. Or he calls me, and he's like, hey, my Lord, so we're just going to let you know we're going out to eat right quick. Bop, 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 bop. And I was like, bet, we're still doing our thing. Let you know, right? I call again to let him know we're about to walk an hour. This man goes, bro. He said, oh, it's great, my Lord. And I'm like, oh, where are you at, bro? And he goes, solid 6. And I was like, fuck out of here, bro. Like, you turned for real. You turned. I heard it in his voice.
I was, yeah.
What
Fed.
happened?
Okay, yeah.
What happened?
So, you guys left. Me and Dwight were in Paris for a little bit longer. I was trying a couple other slot machines. I ended up losing all the money I got from the first slot machine. I ended up just like basically being even, and I was like, fuck it, dude. Let me just show you. I wanted to show him Caesar's Palace because I thought there was poker tables there that were like pretty active. So I was like, he'll probably fuck with this. So we head that way, and we stopped in a couple casinos on our way there just to like walk through them, and we ended up getting 2 more tall boys and a lighter and two
Two
black.
each or two?
Oh, just two total.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So the transaction was 2 tall boys, 2 black and milds, and a lighter, and that came to $36. I was like, what the fuck? But so ended up drinking the tall boy, and at this point I was feeling pretty good. I think this is when you called me, or I can't remember who called who, but me and Dwight were in Caesar's Palace. We were just kind of hanging out, vibing out, and then I was like, dude, I kind of want to try like a Gordon Ramsay spot. We're in Vegas, like I'm on vacation. Fuck it. We looked up Hell's Kitchen, and it was like $119 a person, and I was like, fuck that. So he had a burger spot that me and him walked past in Planet Hollywood, and I was like, it's burgers. It can't be like that much. I looked it up. It was like $15 a burger, and I was like, that's doable. Like that's not like that crazy for a Gordon Ramsay restaurant. So I was like, yeah, let's go there. Kill the tall boy. And then we get to Gordon Ramsay's burger spot, and it was great. It was a great little restaurant, and me and Dwight ordered cocktails. I can't remember what he got. I got an Irish Goodbye, and that was delicious, bro. I remember the cocktails were ridiculously priced. It was $20 for a drink. I was like, oh, what the fuck? And then I was like, you know what? I just spent $20 on a drink. I might as well get the best burger on the menu. And, I was like, and it was the truffle burger. And, bro, that burger was so good. Oh, my God. I think about it every day. The burger was so good. When I saw the price of, I think it was like $30, I was like, man, y'all kind of pushing it with a $30 burger. It was worth $30. It was that good. And at this point, some of the alcohol had been hitting me. I had broken the seal, basically. And I remember right before we were about to leave and like get the check, I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Actually, Dwight went to the bathroom, and he was in there for like a while. He said he just spaced out because he like had enough to drink to also be at that point. And I didn't want them to think. I didn't want them to think that we were gonna dine and dash if both of us like left. So I was just sitting there, and I almost legitimately pissed my pants in Gordon Ramsay's restaurant. I was like, I texted him like, you need to get back here right fucking now, dude. Like, and then he walks back. I was like, okay, great. And as I stood up, it's like everything hit me all at once, and I was like, whoa, whoa, that Irish Goodbye really put me over the tipping point here.
They must have put some bourbon in that burger too or some shit.
Yeah, I think there was like bourbon sauce or something in there. But and the fry sauce they had too. God, everything about it was so good. But me and Dwight finished eating. I paid the check, and then I was so expensive too. But we were leaving, and Dwight was like, "So what do you want to do now?" I was like, "I have to lay down. Like, I have to go lay down, man. I'm like way too drunk right now." And he was like, "You sure, bro?" I was like, "Yes, absolutely." Get in a cab, because I was like, I'm not walking all the way back there right now. Like, it's just not gonna happen. And I went back to the hotel, and I remember being pretty drunk and then just laying down and going to sleep. I was like laying in bed where it still feels dizzy, and I was like, this is gonna be so bad. But yeah, I ended up going to bed, woke up, and I think you guys came back at that point, like by the time I woke up, if memory serves correctly.
Yeah. Oh.
In between that time?
We didn't really do too much. We had got the Uber.
Did we? Is that when we play some slots?
That was, yeah, okay. That was
Okay,
so
yep. So, yeah, eventually we got out the money type shit, and Swift was like, bro, here's a little 20 so we could just be playing type shit. The first machine I go on, I just like put it in, and I like, I was playing it for a second, and then like, I played it, and it was like, ding, ding, and it was like, the whole machine was like, like if you've ever been to Vegas and like almost hit the jackpot even type shit, it does that little thing. And then, I did ass hit the jackpot. It was like 3 devils type shit. And I felt like the machine was going to get up and start dancing, bro. Like, there was music playing. It was like, and I came up like $70.
Type shit.
And I was like, damn, that was cool. I felt like I went and did the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, man, that shit was hype. Just that experience alone, like.
I didn't even realize what was happening at first, but I just remember Swift was like grabbing on me. He was like, "Yo!"
I was hype. I'm telling you, like, cause yeah, I heard the doom, doom,
Yeah.
and I was like, wait a second, no, for real, bro. And then yeah, it hit, and I was like, bro, and like as it was like, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
wasn't just like,
not like
but
like,
I was like, what the fuck?
yeah, like it took a minute for him to be like, yo, I hit too. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was just fun as fuck. That was worth the experience. The entire time I was there, I came up $12, lost it, and that was about it. And that was about it. But seeing him hit that jackpot, I was like, bro, that shit
That
was
was cool.
cool.
Were you only down $12 total? Like after
Yeah.
you only lost $12?
No. My bad. I thought you meant. I put in a total of what? I think 40 in the slots, and I stayed on just quarter and penny machines type shit.
Wow, good
Yeah,
job.
Yeah.
same.
I went down $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went down 40. But yeah, I was I was trying to try every machine. I was like, I want to hit something here. But yeah, then after that we went back to the room and we was all on the rest. In the meantime though, Dwight was nowhere to be found.
I was doing something.
There was one point where we had ran into him on our way to the casino.
Yeah, we were like in like the circus casino, and there's literally like a little carousel where it's like machines are on there and it's moving. And I was just sitting there and I see Dwight walking by. And I was like, yo.
So his mission was, he wanted to find some tables. He wanted to just keep going. And he
And,
had
like,
plans. Go
My
ahead.
fault. I was
Go
just
ahead.
going to say, to explain Dwight's energy, like, I saw him walking and I was like, what up, sexy? And then he was just like, yo, and literally just climbs over the entire like bars separating the shits and like jumps on the carousel. And he's like, what's great? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, for real. That man was up for real. Like, he wanted to keep going. So, anyway, we stayed at Circus, and then we decided to just go back up to the room. We napped for about like an hour or two. And yeah, Dwight, in the meantime, he had plans with his uncle. He went to a whole nother show, and I think he went out to eat and stuff too. So, like, this man was active, bro. This man was active.
Yeah, he was doing his thing.
Oh my gosh. He gets back, and like our plan was, we're gonna let P rest type shit. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna get into like the aftermath of me resting because it's a funny little tidbit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had woken up from my nap and I was so hungover. I was like, what is happening right now? I was like, it's only like 7:00 at night and I feel like shit. And I was trying so hard to rally for like a while there. And then I came to terms, I was like, I might just be done for the night. But then it got to the point where I was laying in bed watching 21 Jump Street for the second time on cable on cable TV. And my stomach was like, it's time. And I was like, oh shit. And I just got up, I went to the bathroom, and it was violent. It was just, it was one of those ones where I was just like, okay, I think I'm done. And then I was like, I feel so much better. I was ready to go out again.
Yeah, so we had all rallied, and I think it was like 9 or 10 or some shit. Motherfucker. No, it was probably a little bit later. Like
I think it was 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember being like, damn, we're on the after part of Vegas again.
Yeah, for real. So we're out there, we're doing our thing. I think we went back to the Venetian, right?
Yeah, we're in the Venetian again.
Yeah, so Dwight went to go find his tables, and I was finding some slots. Me and P were, and yeah, I was just having a good time. I was having fun, and then I found like a for real penny machine, because most of the time when I saw like that was a penny machine, it would say like the minimum bid was 88 cents. So it's like that's an 88 cent machine. Then. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Just doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
Yeah. Dead ass. Anyway, though, so I found like a for real penny machine, and I was having a good time. And it was hella late, and we had drinks and shit. And
I was about slumped.
Yeah,
I remember just sitting there like on the machine, like I'm literally about to pass out.
and like we're barely catching sleep. Like we're sharing beds type shit. We've been up all day. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so yeah, though P and Hazard had decided to call it. And yeah, it was probably like midnight at
Yeah,
that
it wasn't
point
crazy
anyway.
late.
But me and Dwight were still in the casino, and he was still on the tables. I was still on the slots. I was having a good time. This shit happened that I feel hella bad about, but like, whew, thank God I don't live there. You know what I'm saying? I was asking people. I was like, "Hey, bro, I see all of y'all coming around with the drinks. Ask me if I can get a drink." You know what I mean? So one of them came up to me and they was like, "What's great with you? What can I get for you?" And I was like, let me get this, right?" And so they come back, and like my question always is this, just to be courteous, right? How much I owe you? And she goes, it's up to you. And I was like, "Oh, for real?" And she's like, "Yeah, this is on the house." And I was like, "For sure."
Just took the chain.
And she walked away so fast, and I hit like a couple more times, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? And I went to go find Dwight. Let me tell you this, right? At this point, I was fucking gone. Like, at least I was at like an 8. And I go over to the table, and you know, Dwight is in his spot. He's doing his thing. It was he seemed like he had found his crowd in a sense, like he was just comfortable with the table, right? And so I get over there and I was like, "Hey, what's great, bro? I'm just gonna be hanging out with you. Do your thing, right?" And a couple times while he was playing, I went back to the slides, but only for like 5-10 minutes. And didn't win nothing. But motherfucking, I came back and he was like, "Oh, bro, we had got you a shot." And what was it? It was like a shot of Jaeger, I think it was. It was him, some other dude at the table, and me. And I was just like, "Okay, for sure. I appreciate that." You know what I'm saying? Like, why just us? Anyway, though, so we're doing our thing. And then Dwight comes back. He left for a second to go use the bathroom. He comes back and he was like, "Oh, bro, damn." And the server had left a beer at his table. And he was like, "Oh, I got another one for you. I don't know where it's at, though." And I look right behind him. I was like, "Is it that one?" And he was like, "Yeah." And like I said, I was already at a 9. I took a shot, and it was a double shot, right? I'm building to that 10. And he hands me a beer. And I was like, "I don't even like beer, but you went out your way to order this. All right, man. I appreciate it." And I sipped it, and I was like, "Damn, that shit was good."
I'm dead.
You know what kind of beer it was?
I think it was a Corona.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think it was
yeah.
a Corona.
Corona's a
I
good
was like, that
Yeah.
was pretty good. So I'm sipping on that. And not in a sense of like that took me violently to a 10, but yeah, I was at a 10. You know what I mean? So I'm having a good time. I'm doing my thing. And like we was talking about, I'm just not trying to interact with Dwight while he's at the table. And so randomly, he just goes, "All right, I see you. Have a good day." You know what I'm saying? And I was like, "Oh shit, bro, what's going on?" And he was like, "We're leaving." And I was like, "Where your chips at?" And he was like, "I went all in." And I was like, "What? How much was all in?" He was like, "I had around like 300." And I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, or it was like 200. Anyway, it was
didn't
like
even know that.
something 100. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah, I remember I thought I lost a lot of money, and then he told me how much he lost. I was like, I don't feel that bad.
Damn.
Bro, yeah. So, first of all, this is us talking drunk type shit. Like, you know, "Bro, what are you doing? It wasn't that sloppy, but I was just like, "Bro, what's going through your mind?" type shit, right? Anyway, we had a good ass time. I think at that point it was like 2:30 or like close to 3 when we had left the Venetian. And then we started walking just on the strip type shit, and we just was walking. I don't even know where we was at one point. And then we just turned back around, and I realized, I was like, "Yeah, bro, it's about 4 in the morning." You know
So
what I mean?
keep in mind, we had a flight the next morning.
Yeah,
So-
the
or
next morning.
It was afternoon, actually.
yeah,
I'm thinking of
that's
LA.
right, that's
Yeah.
right. Anyway, so me and Dwight get back at the spot like 4:45, I want to say, right?
Checkout's at 11.
Checkout is at 11, right? So we push it to 11. We get out the room at like 11:10.
Oh, I think it was like 11:30. We were there for a while.
Man, yeah.
Housekeeping was angry. We're like, no.
Motherfucking man. That's when you had went to go see Nicole, right?
No, I went to go see Natalie.
Natalie, I'm sorry.
But yeah, like we left the hotel type shit, and I was like, peace. And then I did go meet up with the homegirl Natalie type shit. I used to work at Target with her type shit, and she lives in Vegas. And that was mad fun. That was mad cool. Like, it was good to see her. Love the hell out of her. good ass friend, good ass person. And motherfucking, it was also cool to see just like, damn, like people really be living out here. You know what I'm saying? It is a touristy place, but like, yeah, being over in like kind of the suburbs area type shit.
Yeah.
But it was mad cool to see her. And then she had drove me to the airport type shit. And I was in that bitch for a minute. I was just over there writing, and then hopped on the plane, came back home type shit.
Yup. So Hazard came back home, and me, P, and Dwight went to L.A. immediately right after, right? So we went to the airport. Excuse me. Kind of like mad quick. I don't even think we went to like a for real casino. We just went straight to the airport.
Yeah, we got tacos again, and then I think we went to the airport. Yeah, right after that, we got the Uber.
Yup.
Because I remember him being like, "You picked the wrong restaurant to pick you up from." I was like, "I'm sorry."
Yup. So we was in there just passing time and shit, right? And our flight was at like what 5, almost 6. So we would be getting in LA like
7.
Yeah. So
7,
we get
8.
out there, and first of all, Dwight apparently on the entire flight was macking,
Yo.
man.
This is hilarious. So me and Dwight were sitting together on the plane to LA, and I remember sitting there. I had the aisle, he had the middle, and then the window was open, and there was this absolutely gorgeous human being that I remember seeing walk on the plane, and me and Dwight said nothing to each other, but I could tell both of us were like, really hope she's the window. And then she walks over to us, and she's like, I'm right there. And Dwight was like, I remember she sat down in her seat, we both sat back down, and he turns to me and goes, got what I wanted. And I was like, yeah, you and me both. But like, yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna talk to her because that's just, I feel like it's weird in my head to be like, hey, how you doing on like an airplane? Because I'd be like, what are you doing if they did that to me? But Dwight was all about it, and they hit it off quick. Like, I had one earbud in, and then they started talking like back and forth about whatever, and they were like getting along real well. I was like, I'm just gonna put in my other earbud real quick, and I just lay back. It was like, I'm gonna let them do their thing.
I was probably like 2 rows ahead, but on the opposite side. And literally all I could hear would be like, you know, the random airplane noise, and then Dwight's loud ass laugh. You know what I'm saying? He was geeked up. He was
It
geeked.
was like Suicide Boys in my ear, and then Dwight's laughing.
Yeah,
So I'm like, okay, cool.
So everyone was like, "Oh, he having a good
He was
old
having a
time."
great time.
Everybody was
right?
very aware that Dwight was having a blast.
Fuck yeah.
For real. We landed in LA, and I got off the plane first, so I'm waiting for P and Dwight. And I see P, and then I see Dwight and some beautiful ass woman. And I was like, damn, what's that about, right? And she's just walking like mad close to Dwight. And I was like, are they talking?
You my
know what I'm
eyes to
saying?
see?
Yo, dead ass, right? So he was doing his thing. He was macking, right? And like, I could tell she was into him because he introduced her to me. And she was like, you know, nice to meet you. And immediately just started talking right back to Dwight. And I was like, yo, get your sore, my man. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. So they were hitting it off. We was all like, you know, let's go. Let me see you. We get in a cab.
Oh my God, bro.
And like, this was a for real cab, right? The dude asks P, or he asks all of us, what's the address? P recites it. What was it, like 2010 South Boulevard Street or some shit, right?
Yeah, I was like, it's 2010. And
2010.
then cab driver's like, oh, 2010. I was like, great.
2010, and I'm front seat again, so I'm hearing him. 2010, cool, right? We start driving, and we get to the area we need to be around and shit, right?
Keep in mind, 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was
by the way. 45 minutes.
45 minutes. No. Was it a 45-minute distance from the airport to where we were at, or with the traffic?
I think with traffic.
Holy shit, that traffic was insane. Like, LA, y'all, it's not even the traffic patterns or anything. It's y'all's fucking driving. Y'all need to do better. Dead ass.
It's literally the driving.
You guys are terrible. Jesus. Anyway, we're sitting in traffic. This guy's driving terrible too.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying, like, it was
Driving
everybody.
like he's really in GTA type shit.
Man,
Yeah.
there was
He said,
one
step on it.
there was one point we was in we was off the highway and we was at a stoplight, and I see the car, you know, supposed to be coming onward towards us, in that lane going backwards. And I was dead ass like, what the
Shit's just
fuck?
glitching
Yo,
out there.
like, this is GTA for real.
I'll be right back.
So anyway, we start pulling up to this place, and I'm looking at the dude's map, and it says like we're like 2 minutes away. We're in this whole completely dark ass residential place, and I'm like, where the fuck are we going? Like, mind you, P's mom stepped in and graciously gave us a good upgrade
Yeah.
on our hotel type shit, and was like, you know, this is a good, safe, secure spot that she trusted. So I was like, okay, I know we ain't supposed to be in this sketch ass area right now, right? And so I look at our messages and I look at the dude's address, and it, like I said, we're like 2 minutes before being dropped off, and I was like, hey bro, this is the wrong address. And I was like, it's supposed to be 2010, and he typed in like 210. And so that took us like what, another 40 minutes?
Yeah, it was another 40 minutes.
For real. And it was on the same street. Like, he put it in on the map, and it was one straight line and like one turn, and it was 40 minutes.
I think it was 6 miles.
Oh my god, bro.
Turn 40 minutes.
Bro.
It was 6 miles. It took us 40 minutes.
Crazy, bro. Anyway, so
Yeah.
we pull up to the hotel, and immediately we was like, hey, appreciate you. We're not paying your cab bill. Like,
Yeah. He never stopped the fare or nothing. He
yeah,
just kept
nothing.
just
The
running.
fare when we were supposed to be dropped off was at like 45 or some shit, right? And so when we got to like where we were actually supposed to be, it was pushing 70, and we all was like, yeah,
Damn.
you're dead ass. We was like, we're not doing that. Like, can you give us, like, you got to cut the price, bro. And so thankfully he was being very like,
Cordial.
yeah, and like just cooperated with us too. So bro was like, yeah, how much you want to do? And like unanimously we were all like, you know, 45. And he goes, 25. And we was like, oh, I wish we should. I want to see his reaction. It would be like, yeah, bro. Anyway, we put in 45. We checked in. It was a nice ass place.
It
And
was.
yeah, we kind of just like called it. We didn't really do too much.
Yeah, but Dwight was ready to go though.
Yeah, for real.
Still.
Like,
Still.
Me and Swift were like, yo, I'm chilling. And Dwight was like, let's go clubbing. I was like, you can go fuck
Clubbing.
yourself. There's no way I'm going to
You
a
want to
club.
go clubbing? I'm
For
dead.
real. And like, I'm the type of person that has like a social meter and just like energy meter in general, right? Like batteries. Motherfucking, my social meter had been depleted. And my like for real like energy level, when I'm traveling, is always up. But it was low. Like I was down. And so we rested. Next day happens. When was that? Like afternoon time y'all decided to go on the hike?
I think it was like 11.
Some shit like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all went on that hike.
Yeah, me and Dwight. Dwight wanted to just go do something, and I wanted to go on a hike to see the Hollywood sign, specifically to get a single picture of. Maybe I'll show it on screen if I remember. But it's like me doing I'm holding up the Hollywood sign, but I'm not in the Hollywood sign. It's like on the other side of me. So me and Dwight took an Uber, and I just typed in Hollywood sign into Uber. That was a mistake. Shouldn't have done that. Should have picked Hollywood sign plus trail. I should have done that. So me and Dwight just get dropped off in like the Hollywood Hills or whatever the fuck it is. I think it's Hollywood Hills. And we just get dropped off at the top of it. And we're like, okay, cool. So then we start walking one path that was kind of there. And it was real short, and we ended up in somebody's driveway at the end of it. And I was like, I don't think we're supposed to be here at all. And he was like, okay. So he looked up a hiking trail, and we had started going there, and there was a road that said, like, no pedestrians past this point. And I was like, shit, we got to find, like, a way around. So then we ended up hiking through the streets of, I guess, again, the Hollywood Hills. And then those streets are so narrow. I can't believe people drive 2 cars down there. It's like 2 cars, like damn near touching the entire time. And it was just like, it was basically, and it's windy as hell. So if as we're going around corners, we're just like, hopefully we don't get hit. That's like the whole, that was like our whole goal was like, let's just not die. That's everything that happens. But
Damn.
we get to, I think it was a Hollywood Reservoir, like this kind of overlook thing. And I got my picture. Dwight and I were like, yeah, that's good for a hike. And then we end up getting to like the place that people go to be like, this is our hiking spot. There's a dog park and shit. But we get the Uber, and then the Uber takes the road that was like, hey, no pedestrians. Take this road, and it was like not even a half mile. And I was like, if we had just fucking walked that goddamn road, we would have saved an hour and a half of just walking through these streets. But then I got an Uber just to a Chevron because we were not smart, and we decided to go on this hike at the hottest point in the day with zero water. We're just like, and I was like, oh, I'm starting to feel it like real bad right now. So I just got it. Uber to a Chevron, went in, bought water and like Snapple because I'm a Snapple boy, and then we just walked back to the hotel because it was like, I think it was a 15-minute walk. So I was like, I'm not paying for an Uber. Fuck that. And then we just met back up with Swift.
Isn't that when we all try to recharge? And that man Dwight, bro.
He was not trying to recharge.
No, Dwight wasn't trying to recharge at all. I was like,
up.
yeah, I was like, my battery was like very, very low as well with Swift. And on the way back to the hotel, Dwight was like, you trying to go on this hike with me? I was like, what are you talking about? We just went on a hike. He's like, I'm going on another one. I was like, what?
Like, Jesus, man.
Like, what are you talking about? I was like, no, I'm not trying to go on a second hike.
And while he's saying this, he's like, yeah, so around like this time, do you guys want to go to the observatory with me?
I was like,
we was like, bro, can we take a nap? Damn.
Yeah, there was one point where Dwight had like stepped into the bathroom or he went out of the room for some reason. And I just looked over at Swift. I was like, I'm not trying to be doing all that. You were like, me neither.
I'm dead.
Yeah, man, that man was on go for real. So, yeah, he stepped out and he did his thing. I think he said he went to like a restaurant. He was on like a little Lyft scooter doing his thing. You know what I mean? He comes back like an hour or two later. And I had stepped outside. No, first of all, let me preface it like this. Like, this man was so up and on go. I don't think he cared if anybody else was it, right? And rightfully, he shouldn't. But in a way, if it was like, bro, this is what happened, right? Let me preface it with this. He is just a very loud sleeper. And not like snoring or like all the like, moving and whatnot. Like, that man has to fall asleep to something. And so, the first night we're in LA, he had the TV on, like just natural shit. But, well, not natural shit. I had fallen asleep, right? P had woken up in the middle of the morning.
God, yeah. Dwight threw on some of the weirdest stuff right before I fell asleep, but I was like tired enough to where I was like, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna like pass out right away. Wake up at 2:30 in the morning, and it's still just these weird ass videos, and I went to the bathroom, came back, I lay back down trying to go to sleep, and then all I just hear is like, and then the insect bit the lady and possessed her in like the most monotone ass voice I've ever heard. And then luckily I had the remote near me. I was like, oh fuck no. I just rolled back over and fell back asleep.
Right. So and then randomly at like 5, 6 in the morning, right? I was sharing a bed with Dwight, and like, you know, we're having our backs turned to each other. It's pitch black. It's dead quiet. Literally, we're sleeping. And so it sounded like this, right? Just, want more on your YouTube Go experience? And that man's phone screen was so fucking bright, bro. Like, I'm literally sitting there with my eyelids closed, and I'm seeing the light. You know what I mean? So
you're seeing it clearly.
Literally, right? So if y'all remember the last episode, or one of the last episodes, the Miami trip, dude, bro was on that shit. So instantly I reacted. I was like, hey, bro, you gonna have to turn
that. Man, that reminds me, actually, I forgot this happened. The same night that I woke up to like use the bathroom and turn off the TV, like, I don't know, an hour and a half later, I wake up, it's like 3:30, and I like roll around. I hit my vape because I'm a fiend, and then I just hear Dwight go, morning, how'd you sleep?
I really wonder if, like, even when we were in Vegas, we were all asleep. And he's just, like, standing there, just kind of, like, looking
he was
over
awake,
at us.
like, most of the time.
Yeah, just waiting.
Waiting for one of our breathing
He
patterns
just,
to
like,
break.
Because he starts doing some push-ups for no reason.
Because I wake up in the middle of the night constantly. So I would just wake up, he'd be like, hey. And I was like, what are you doing? But anyways, fucking, yeah, it's just like, morning, how would you sleep? And I was like, I'm going back to bed.
Bro, it's too early for this shit. So yeah, that leads us back to the second day where P and I are sleeping, and Dwight goes out to do his thing. I had woken up a little bit before P, and I'm literally like just sitting there chilling. We had the TV on. I'm on my phone, whatever. Dwight comes back in, and he just goes, "Oh, he still?" Oh no, he starts talking, and like, but it's like hella fucking loud, and he's just like, "What's great with the Lord? What you over there doing?" But he wasn't looking at me. He was looking at you. So I was like, "Oh, he woke up?" And I look over, you dead asleep. And I was like, "Bro, he's sleeping." And he goes, "Yeah, I know."
It sounds like Dwight. Or even when we had gotten back from the hike and you were trying to take a nap, me and Dwight were like laying down watching whatever the fuck on TV, and Dwight said something. He's like, "Oh, bro," I was like, "Yo, shut up, bro." I was trying to sleep.
Bro was so loud. Anyway, so and it was this loud too. I had stepped to the garage. I was on the phone with my parents, and Dwight had came down. Yeah, he had came down, and we were just just talking and shit, right? And we go back to the room, and P was like, "Hey, bro, y'all was in the garage?"
Yeah, because from my perspective, I just wake up, nobody's in the room, and then just faintly from the window, I just hear Dwight, like Dwight laughing and talking. I was like,
He's heard everywhere.
Yeah, for real.
"God damn!" I was
And
like,
like,
"Wow."
I thought it was like this monotone level, but yeah, P was like, "Yeah, I heard y'all," and like we were like right above the garage, like we had anyway. It was that man is loud, and so we started walking.
We still love you, Dwight, if you're watching.
Yeah,
by
we
the
love
way,
you so
I
much.
love you so
Love
much.
you exactly as you are, motherfucking. We started walking in Hollywood, and we're seeing the stars and shit. Oh my god! Like if it wasn't LA, I would have dead ass started shopping. Like there was so much good.
I did shop a
clothes and
little
stuff.
bit,
Hey,
it was
he got
expensive.
some fans. Oh man,
It was expensive though, bro.
we gotta take some pictures of those and hopefully throw those on the screen too. Cause damn,
Yeah, that
That-
jacket's nice. I'm real glad I
the
got that.
jacket, the shirt, bro.
Shirt's nice.
Fuck.
Love it.
What else did you get?
I got the Hollywood shirt too.
That's right. So yeah, we're doing our thing. Random interactions and shit happen again. Like I'm not gonna say the words, but there was this homeless dude.
Oh yeah.
And he had like a little bottle, and another homeless dude walked up to him and he goes, "Hey, let me get a swig of that." And the dude was like, "Nah, bro, you ain't getting a swig." And he goes, "What? Where are you from, bro? You know this is my block, and I'll violently assault you in a bad way." And while all the bro is yelling, and the dude is the homeless dude that has the bottle is trying to walk away so bad that he's in the middle of the street at this point, literally just trying to walk away from dude, and bro is just still like verbally attacking him, and shit was funny. But yeah, we didn't really do too much after that. We it was like 9 or 10 at that point. We had stopped to get something to eat. Yeah, walked to Hollywood, Walk of Fame, went back, and yeah.
Yeah, it was just big chilling. Oh, shout out Scott, by the way.
Oh,
Shout out to Scott.
Why?
Shouts out to Scott.
Because our TV in the hotel room was a smart TV, and we found out whoever was there before us
Oh yeah.
didn't log out of their Amazon Prime,
Yup.
and not to throw him under the bus, but Dwight went ahead and bought season 6 of Rick and Morty on dude's account
Yeah,
so we
dead
could watch
ass.
it that night.
Dead ass. I hope Scott learned his. I hope he unlogged and changed his passwords and shit. You know
What
I'm
if
saying?
somebody came in and it was still logged in?
Oh man.
They're like, I'm gonna just buy the rest of the
You know
seasons.
what I'm saying? Fuck.
So-
Shouts out Scott.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
thank you, Scott. You squat. Thank you, Scott. You're the best. That night,
You squatted on
that
Scott's account.
night was weird because I remember being real tired, and then I couldn't fall asleep till like 2:30, and we had to leave the hotel at like 7 to get to the airport on time.
Oh yeah, that entire day was exhausting,
I was so tired.
man.
Yeah, we.
I know.
Oh no, go ahead.
My fault. I was just gonna say when I personally came home, my flight, like I got there at like a little after midnight, and then I had to take an Uber over here. By the way, if you ever trying to take an Uber like at least DIA at nighttime, don't, because that shit is fucking expensive. That shit is like $100. But motherfucking got back over here, and I had work at like 7:30 the next day.
Yeah.
I was like, no sleep.
No sleep. That was pretty much the sum
It's
of that trip.
exhausting.
Man.
Yeah. No, absolutely no sleep.
We was barely sleeping, and then yeah, the entire day of like what was that, Thursday? We all just spent literally all day in the airports.
Yeah. We had gotten to the airport at like what was it? We got there like 8:30.
8 something. Our flight was at like 10. Yeah, I think it was like at like 10 something. And so we went to LA, had a 5-6 hour layover in Vegas.
Yeah, it was 5 hours and 55
Oh
minutes.
my goodness. So our plan was this.
Back in Vegas.
Our plan was this. Let's get some food and we're just going to drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just going to let this time fly. Bro, yeah, that we was hanging out in there doing our thing. Dwight is just so fucking loud. He was recapping the whole homeless man in the street encounter. And like I said, the homeless man was using words that are not appropriate to say. So we're all like, laughing about it. And I was like, yeah, bro, that shit's crazy. And Dwight's like, yeah. And then the dude was like, I will violently assault you. You know what I mean? Like, using the other word in there.
We're in the most packed part of the airport.
Yo, for real. And then I noticed like we was being loud because like I was like, damn, Dwight's just naturally loud. But then P started talking and he was like, yeah, man, I was just.
I was so uncomfortable. I was like, maybe if I talk quieter, they will too. They did not talk quieter. They just kept going. I was like,
I remember you doing that in the hotel room too in Vegas. Like, he just, it was the same thing. Dwight was like, oh yeah, bro. And P was like, yeah, bro. Like, I just gotta chill.
Yeah, there was at one point when we were in the airport. It got to the point where like certain topics were brought up and being talked about so loudly. I was looking around for like, where can I walk away to? I was like, I don't want to be like associated with this conversation at all.
Yeah, bro was being loud and shit. But like we said, we love you the same. Still
We love you.
wouldn't change you.
And I'm so glad we all went together.
Yeah, we all.
Yeah.
That was such a great time.
I kept turning to Dwight specifically to be like, thank you so much for coming, because
Bro,
I was
for
so
real.
excited that
Yeah.
he came with us.
Dead ass. And like just having his energy too. I was talking to him at one point and I was like, bro, are you like, how's your time going? What do you think about all this? How you feeling, right? And he was like, bro, this is one of the best times of my life. Like, I'm having such a great time. So glad that I was invited. And oh my God, just seeing him that active and whatnot, like it for some reason felt like it reignited my my passion for that. Like, I love traveling in general. I will take any time to do that. But as much as he went, like, that man had a mission of being like, I'm not sitting down. Like,
Yeah.
and Jesus, commend him for that. But that was such a great time. That's what meant the most to me, was seeing everybody else enjoy themselves. Because I love travel, and having it with friends that are having a great time too makes it 10 times better. 10 times better.
Facts.
I think one of the biggest highlights was definitely hanging out with Dwight in Vegas, and like we were just fucking around, getting drunk, and eating burgers. That was definitely one of the like top 2 highlights of that trip. I love that shit.
Dead ass.
I love you, Dwight.
Love
We
you
love
so much.
you so much.
I feel like every trip I take now is just gonna be a staple where I'm like, I gotta invite Dwight, bro.
Oh yeah, of course.
I got
Oh
it.
yeah, of course.
Fuck yeah.
We need that energy.
Oh man. And
Now we just gotta prepare to match it.
for real, for real, and seeing that man live his best life, man. It's like I said, it's inspiring. It's inspiring. So, yeah, man, we barely been home like a full week.
Not
we
even a
just
full
keep
week.
going.
It's only been 4 days.
Dead ass.
We
Dead
got back
ass.
Thursday. It is Monday.
That's crazy. I'm ready to go on another one.
My mind is, my pockets are not ready
Oh
at
yeah,
all.
definitely. I don't think my body is either.
Yeah, my body is it.
I'm just gonna dream about it.
Yeah, or even, man, because then we came back, and then it was Swift's birthday yesterday.
Yo.
So
So yeah, I've just been on
birthday!
go. I've just been on go. Thank you.
that was fun. I remember, yeah, Saturday night we were the homie Kai came over,
Homie
Kai
Kai.
came through.
and we all started drinking, and I had work the next day. That was my first day back from vacation. I had to be up at 4:45, and I think I went to sleep at 1 a.m.
Bro, okay, so Kai came through with like maybe a little pint of Jaeger, and we was like, oh, okay, let's all take some shots of that, you know what I'm saying? And then, was we sipping on anything else?
Yeah, the American like honey whiskey turkey or whatever.
No, before
Oh.
we got those.
I feel like,
Oh,
there
the-
was that. Me and P had those little like peanut butter shots, but that was back.
Oh,
then. That shit was so
yeah,
good.
so Kai brought like a little peanut butter shot thing for Swift for his birthday, and they was taking some shots of that. But then we went to the liquor store, and I forgot who was trying to get a bottle of whiskey.
Both of us did.
Yeah,
But who was trying to get one like at first?
Oh,
I just-
Kai.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I think
okay.
Kai went to get one, but both of y'all were just like, I'm getting this one. Which kind did you get?
I picked out both of them.
Yeah, I just bought the other one.
Yeah, it was I was planning on buying both of them, and you're like, I'll get one. I was like, oh, great, 'cause I just saw. I can't remember the brand of it. It's the one with the B on it. I was like,
Oh,
The
yeah.
Evan Williams?
Evan
yeah,
Williams.
Evan Williams. That was like my drink of choice in my old house. So I just saw the B, and I was like, cool. I grabbed it, and then
Shit
we were
smacks.
all around whiskey, and I saw the American Turkey or whatever the fuck brand that is, and I was like, oh, that's a great one too. I grabbed that.
Yo, so yeah, we went hard that day,
Yeah.
and then it was my birthday, so I was up out and about and active, and then now we right back to the grind. We've
Yeah.
literally
Now we had to come back and like recap everything.
literally right,
Just to do something else again.
right. Like we still have not sat down. We've been back on our scheduled program, been back grinding. We're all in the studio. We're all in the studio right now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
I don't think. I haven't really stopped. That's crazy.
exactly. And honestly,
and we also need to take time for ourselves.
true.
No cap.
I
Because
need
then
like
we'll just burn out.
a full 8 hours of sleep soon.
Yeah, bro. Holy shit.
Like, I have not had that in like 2 weeks.
Same.
I haven't had a full 8 hours of sleep in like 9 months now.
We gotta get that back for you, bro.
Yeah,
That's
dead
essential.
ass.
That's
January was the
essential.
last time I slept 8 hours.
Man, you took a nap today, right?
Yeah, I did.
Good shit.
I
At
was
least you got your
asleep for about
naps.
an hour. Yeah.
At least you get your naps
If I could just stop waking up in the middle of the night, that'd be dope.
soon.
I don't know what it is, man. I wake up I know what it is. I don't know why it's the time of. It's always either 2:30 or 3, like on the dot every night.
What the fuck? Ooh.
Something about like your circadian rhythm going on.
It's got to be something. But yeah, I just yeah. I know what it is. It's just weird that it's always those times, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, you could find like a way to
NyQuil.
fix it.
Yeah,
NyQuil.
NyQuil and therapy.
NyQuil. I've been on that NyQuil.
He been on that quill. I'm on that good quill and alcohol.
Good quill and alcohol.
But yeah, my lords. Man. Now I'm excited to just get back to our regular podcast. I was really looking forward to.
Yeah, it
Bring
is
it
kind of
back.
nice to just like come home and be like back,
Yeah.
chilling.
As much as I do love recounting the story for a podcast, I was like kind of sad that it wasn't gonna just be a regular bullshit podcast. I was like, oh yeah, we have to like tell the story of that. Fuck.
And
I'm
now
excited to see-
for that one.
My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you. But
You
I'm
good.
excited to see what kind of podcast or which episodes of ours become the more popular ones. Like if I
Yeah.
just our random bullshits, our challenge ones, our travel ones, whatever.
I was telling B that I can't wait to see a video where we read people's comments.
Yeah, dead ass. That shit better be
So
really
if
fun.
comment random shit on this video,
Please. And we
random funny shit,
we
and
can
we'll
start
read them.
any conversation too. Ask us questions.
That's
More.
true.
Ask us questions, comment shit, do whatever.
I want to say this as my last bit for the travel part. I am so glad we live where we live, bro. Like, I
Same.
love our city so much. So fucking much.
I
Like,
always think that when I come home too. Like it really is such a like.
for real. Like, I just feel like different areas, just based off name, have their own vibes. But being in there is different. Like, in Vegas, it's so icky for me. Like, I felt like if somebody made eye contact with you and you would like crack a smile, there would have been no return, or there would have been problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just felt like everybody was either up or down. You
In
know what I mean?
The most extreme ways.
Yeah, exactly. And I can't live in that. I can't live in that.
Also, yeah. Also, we have homeless out here, obviously, like everywhere else. But Vegas and LA was on a fucking different level. It was insane.
For real. Oh my goodness. Vegas made sense to me though, because it's like I can see how y'all got here. You know
I
what
could see
mean?
that, but it was just surprising to me how like many of them just straight up on the strip, just sleeping on the sidewalk, like nothing, like not even like late at night, how it is
Yeah,
like here.
dead
It was
ass.
like 2 PM. I was like,
Facts.
damn, okay,
Facts. And people just walking around and over them and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. And then LA, like y'all just have environmental and traffic problems. Y'all, no, not traffic, driving problems. Y'all,
You got a population problem.
dead ass. I think it's a great city to visit. I can never see myself there long term though.
No, I don't think so.
Either
Unless,
of them?
yeah.
Oh, I'd never live in Vegas. I would never live in Vegas.
I would rather live in Kansas than Vegas, I think.
Yeah.
But not LA either. What about you?
I think I could be in LA if the right opportunity was like presented to me.
But just to live there.
Like how
Like,
I'm
let's say you're still, living the dream, but you just live in LA.
like currently right now, or like I've kind of made it a little bit.
Right now.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
That's way too expensive.
I don't even
Okay.
think in either position I would want to. Like, I could see myself staying there for the extended periods, like 3-5 months on end. Like, if I was there, being a part of a project or traveling just in general. But I definitely would never call that place home, ever.
Oh, Denver.
Yeah.
Well, Colorado in general, I think will always be home.
Simple.
Same here.
But
It will always be home.
Maine, oh Maine.
Man, oh man.
What did you think of Vegas? Like, just the whole city vibe and shit.
I wrote poems about it, so I'll just share that real quick.
Did you say what you felt about Vegas?
Near the end of day 2 was just the atmosphere felt so depressing. I was like, I can't wait to get out of the city.
Same.
That's
Exact-
why.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Or when me and Swift were originally like laying this out, because I just came to him randomly in the garage one day, and I was like, I think I'm just gonna go and take a trip on my vacation. And he was like, we'll make it work. Anyways, and you were like, should we do Vegas for like, we should extend that, right? I was like, absolutely not.
Thank God.
One day is
Thank
definitely enough.
God,
I
yeah.
promise.
In
Thank fucking
Vegas.
God we did that. But okay.
So exactly. Well, this isn't what I entirely thought of Vegas. This is half of Vegas, because honestly, hanging out with Natalie did show me, like, I'm not saying like I would live there as well type shit, but like a whole nother side. But for the most part, Vegas, zombified, discontent, fun, overstimulating, pocket breaking, fun, cigarette smoke, liquor drinks, fun, addictions, we have them all. Aren't you having fun? Because it really did seem like this kind of like, almost, yeah, like some carnival game. Like it's like in Shark Boy and Lava Girl when everyone's on the roller coaster and there's, on there forever type
Yeah.
shit. It did seem like it's like pushing all this like shit in your face. And people were zombified.
Literally. I mean, I bet that's probably most casinos, but to see in Vegas the amount of people that are just literally on the slots, like,
Yeah.
that shit's wild. And I caught myself doing that at some point. Like, my strategy was like, if I'm not hitting, I'm gonna just keep getting moving. But like, when I would hit like, my 80 cents, $2 type shit, it'd be like, oh, okay. Yikes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting sucked right into it.
Yeah, I remember like I wouldn't put more than like $10 on a machine. And then I looked over and I saw this dude with a shitload of credits, and I like did the math, and I was like, that dude's just sitting like with like $400 just on that machine, just playing.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, damn, bro.
Like,
That's
hopefully he
crazy.
came up with that. Hopefully he came up. But yeah, Vegas and LA. I love y'all for the moment.
I think I would. Yeah, living in LA. The only reason I wouldn't want to is because of traffic. That shit drives me nuts.
Smog. Like, I'd rather live in Miami. No cap.
I would too.
I can see myself living in Miami, for sure. I don't know why. I just have a fascination with the East Coast too. Like, West Coast cities don't really hit that much.
Oh, that's true. Actually, if I had to like choose anywhere, like in theory to live, I'd choose New York,
Yeah, I'd want to
think
be in
that'd
New
be
York too.
like over LA at least in the like
Mhm.
entertainment.
If it was over
sense.
those two, I would choose New York too.
Facts.
But I do really want to visit the Northwest, like
Yeah.
Seattle and Oregon and
Oh,
all that
Seattle's
shit.
gorgeous.
And no cap, I want to visit like the Bay Area and shit too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I
California.
want to visit it with Kai. Shouts
Mhm.
out Kai because he's from there. So
Facts. Could y'all see yourselves visiting like San Diego, south
Yeah.
of LA?
I would love to.
yeah.
Same.
I just wanted to go to LA just to like check that off a list.
Yep. I feel you.
But what I really, really, really want to do is take a trip out the country.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
that is. the
Ooh, I
goal.
can't wait to have. We should podcast out the country. Whenever
Oh,
that
we have
happens.
to. We have to.
Whenever
Do
that
a whole
happens.
episode out there.
Yeah, dead ass.
Yo, yeah.
Ooh, Fuck no.
We could even do like 20 minutes in one location, 20
Yeah.
minutes in another one type shit.
That shit would be cool. But how my
Fuck
Lord's
yeah.
feeling?
Cool.
Same. I'm
Same like a
about
bitch.
ready to call it.
Betty McGransky.
Dope.
All right, y'all. Well, this been Jays and Coffee. Week
Yeah.
5.
Week
Hi.
5.
And we right back from LA and Vegas. You can follow me at Too Swift Music under any platform. Any platform. That includes streaming music platforms as well.
You can follow me on Hazard Poetry on Instagram.
And I am Prolific GZ on Twitter.
Gang, gang.
Oh wow, the camera's
And
about
we
to
will
die, too.
see you next time.
Bye, my Lord. Stay safe and stay great. Stay great.